Hello my friends, it's Caddy. I am sharing day 3 of my December daily 2015, another double page spread. Looks like they're all going to be double page spreads. So that's the way it's going so far. So for this one I'm working with the same paper pad I've been working, the Marion Bright by Pink Paisley. And my pictures today, I have one picture of my boys and I with our Starbucks cups. I went to get Starbucks on my way home from work and I brought them Starbucks. And then I have a picture of my elf on the shelf who was hanging out in my craft room this morning. He was hanging out in a basket on top of my Kallax unit. So he was hanging out there. And then I also have a picture, I have two pictures. I have one of my boys watching a movie, because when I came home they were watching a Christmas movie. And the movie is called Switchmas. So they were watching that movie. It's a funny Christmas movie. So I wanted to document that as well. So I got this bag from Starbucks, and I have my little coffee cup holder. What is it called? I forget the name of it. But I got that from Starbucks. So I knew I wanted to use that. So I was going to use it like that, as you see there, but I will end up switching it around. So I cut off the back because I really didn't need the back. So I cut off the back, and then I'm gonna fuss around with this quite a bit, and then what I will do is I will come back to it the next day, the next evening, because I didn't want to. I just wasn't really feeling what I was doing, so I'm gonna come back to it the next evening. And then yeah, and actually I came back to it. We were recording the podcast for the Crafty Maven Getaway. It was Hannah and I and Kelly. We were recording the podcast, so and it's a podcast about December daily, so I really was inspired. We had a great time recording that, and so it was really cool. And I immediately, once we got off, we stopped recording, I got to it and I finished my page. So that will be the next day. So this is still the first day that I am trying to figure out what I want to do, but it just wasn't, I don't know, I just couldn't get it to to work or look the way that I wanted it to, or I don't know, I just kind of wasn't feeling it. So yeah, so like I said, I will be coming back to it. So and I go back to this little bag because I really wanted to do something with this little bag. Now, and if I had like a 6x8 album, it would have probably fit in a lot better, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to fold it down and make it a fit in my album. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am just gonna glue down the edges on the sides. I'm gonna fold them over like that to make it smaller. And then I'm going to cut off that piece over there, and then I'm going to have to fold the other the end as well. Well, actually I think I'm going to cut it off. Yeah, I cut off that end, which was the closed end of the bag, and then I'm going to add some adhesive to that, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold that over as well. And that's going to be to make it smaller. So by doing this, it is going to fit into my album, and it's going to fit in perfectly. It's actually going to be smaller than my pages, so it's going to fit in pretty well in there now. And then what I did with this, and then I realized my ATG was giving me a hard time because I had to get into the layers of the paper of that little bag, so I used my little tiny glue runner. And then I do take my tiny attacher and I do attach the edges just so that it kind of stays where it is. And then my tiny attacher was out of staples. So I had to change the staples, or add the staples, because it was out. So only takes me a few seconds. There we go, back on track. So I just stapled the two edges on the sides just to just so that it holds on the top and the bottom. I stapled, and you can barely see it, but I did staple the top and the bottom of that. So then I take my hole puncher, and I'm gonna just kind of go just place up one of the little page protectors over it, and then just go kind of draw where the circle is gonna go with my pencil, and then I'll just go back with a hole puncher and just punch. 2 holes, and then it's going to fit perfectly into my little album. So there's my little album, and it fits perfectly, as you can see. And I think it adds just a little fun touch to my album. I really want to add more interactive features, like more flaps and things, and just because it's fun to go through the album and just flip things open or find little hidden things. So I'm going to be adding some more of that to my album. So yeah, I was watching Christy's Beautiful Life. I was watching her video of hers today, and I really love how her album is turning out so far, and she just has all these like fun little flaps and things come out from different places, and so I think it's fun to have an interactive album because it just makes it that much more fun. So then I wanted to write out the red cup but it just wasn't working, and you're gonna see I'm just gonna fuss with this until I eventually decide I don't want to use that red paper behind it because the letters weren't standing out as much as I wanted them to. So yeah, and then I decided that Starbucks coffee cup holder, I decided to punch out the center of that, so that's what I did. And then I was convinced that this is how I wanted it to lay, but in the end I really don't like this, so you're gonna see that I'm gonna change my mind. And I move my red cup down, and even after I move it down, I really don't like it. It just really wasn't doing it for me, and it doesn't look bad, and I'm looking at it from this angle and it does not look bad. It looks cute, but it just wasn't making me happy. So I had to do something to change it. So you'll see what I did. And I'm having a really good time making this December daily. It's been a lot of fun. Like I told you guys before, I don't know if this whole posting, well, I'm not even posting on the day of, but just kind of posting so quickly after the day is not going to be going on the whole month, especially since like I told you guys before, I'm going on vacation, so I know I'm gonna have to stop recording then, and so I guess I'll come back to it when I get back and just pick up where I left off. But I am trying to get as much as I can done because I do want to finish it, and I'm not really giving myself a like a time frame or anything like that, but I do want to finish it, and I want to finish it within a decent amount of time. So yeah, so I decided to mat this photo on that one, and that's a photo of my son with the tree. We got a white tree this year because my mom really wanted a white tree. So I don't love white trees. I really like the green trees just because they look a lot more real, but it is pretty, and she really wanted it, so I got her a white tree. And then I take these stickers out. These are like dimensional stickers, and I stick it up there, and then I realize I really don't like that, and it looks fine, but I wasn't feeling it. And then this is where I'm kind of just fussing with it, and I say, okay, no, that's it, I give up. Okay, next day. Alright, so I'm back. So first thing I do is take that sticker off because I didn't like it there. I just start taking everything apart, and then I'm gonna fuss around with things just a bit, and then I'm gonna remember that I had I'm going through my little December daily stuff, my little kit, and I'm just pulling some stuff out that I think I might use. And then I remembered I had a pocket letter that I received from Andrea, who is in the Victoria Marie Facebook group, and she is part of the pocket letter swap that Emma does. Emma is Sci-Fi Scrapper for you YouTubers. She's a Sci-Fi Scrapper here on YouTube, and she hosts a pocket letter swap every month on the Victoria Marie Facebook group. So I remembered that I had this beautiful pocket letter from her, and it had all these gorgeous coffee themed embellishments. So I really wanted to incorporate that stuff, because I've literally been hoarding it. This was from I believe it was the October swap, because I don't think we did one in November. So it was the October swap. So I love everything she sent me. That little coffee time die cut is gorgeous. And that little coffee mug, the black one with the heart, oh my gosh, I love that. I almost didn't use it because I just want to hoard it and just, but I said, you know what, it's going to be in my December daily. I can look at it, as many times as I want to. So, but yeah, but definitely love those little things. And they just kind of added the perfect little touch to my page. So I'm going to mat this photo. I had matted it on that white with green plus signs, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this red one. And then I realized that the is kind of, it's not going to fit, or at least it's not going to look the way I want it to, so I decided to take off the and just add red cup. And then I did have to put, because I had stuck that Starbucks little circle on the top left hand side of the picture, I had to put something there because the adhesive kind of stuck to my photo, and I really didn't want to print another photo, so I just stuck the little mug, and the little mug looks really cute there. And then I'm fussing with my little, these are the foam thickers, and then I realized that the is not going to work, so I take it off. And then it's just coffee time, or red cup coffee time, I guess. So I'm going to adhere this down. I'm going to use some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle and just go kind of over it on the back and then get it stuck on there. And I really love that. It's really, really pretty. Love that font. It's gorgeous. And then I go to my next page. Now my next page, I really kept it simple. I basically left it as it is. I just stuck my pictures down. I didn't mat them. I didn't do anything to them. I just stuck them down as they were, and then I'm going to add one of the embellishments. And then I'm going to go back and add that, I was going to write something out. I was going to write out it's out of the box, because that night we only got our tree out of the box. We didn't actually put up our tree that night. Well, we put it up, but we didn't decorate it because we didn't have time. It was too late that night, so yeah, we're going to do that the next time. So then I take my little Project Life Becky Higgins cards, and I am going to journal on there. One side says, of course, that I got a Starbucks, and then I put what we each got, what our favorite drinks are. And then I wrote that the elf on the shelf was hanging out in my craft room. And then on the back I wrote about how I got home and the kids were watching a Christmas movie. And then I write about how I love Christmas movies, and that we planned on putting up our tree that night, but we only got it out of the box. So yeah, because we put it up the next day. I'm just cutting off that perforation at the top of the page, and then I'm going to make my little pocket. Same thing with my computer paper, same thing I've been doing all along. I just cut around my little card with computer paper, I fold it over, and then I cut off the edges and I stick it back there, and then it makes a little pocket for my journaling. And then I'm taking the one from the day before to kind of just line it up and make sure it's all, kind of landing in the same spot. Then I take a little piece of pattern paper and I put it on, there with a little banner edge so that I can pull it out. And then I thought I was done, and then I said, I kind of peeked my head in there because I just kind of said, what is wrong with me? I forgot my number. So I backed it on one of those silver little scallop circles that I have cut out there on my desk, and I placed my number right there. Almost forgot my number. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying my little December daily series. It's going to be going on all through December, so stay tuned. I hope you guys are having a great month, and I will see you guys very, very soon with my day 4. See you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.